In the annals of history, few figures stand as tall and enduring as Nelson Mandela. Emerging from 27 years of imprisonment, he chose not the path of bitterness, but that of reconciliation and healing. This decision not only transformed a nation, but also left an indelible mark on the world. Forgiveness, as embodied by Mandela, is a powerful tool for achieving emotional freedom. For Mandela, forgiveness was not merely a personal act, but a political strategy that united a divided South Africa. His journey teaches us that forgiveness is not about forgetting the past, but about liberating ourselves from its shackles. In this video, we will explore Nelson Mandela's life and his incredible journey towards forgiveness. We will delve into his early struggles, his time in prison, and his presidency. So, join me as we embark on this transformative journey. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, in the tiny village of Mvezo, in the Eastern Cape of South Africa. His early life was marked by the traditions and customs of the Xhosa people, a culture rich with history and resilience. Mandela's father, Gadla Henry Mfakanyiswa, was a local chief and counselor to the monarch, instilling in young Nelson a sense of leadership and justice.
Following my father's death, I was sent to live with the Thembu regent, where I was exposed to the harsh realities of colonial rule and racial segregation. These experiences ignited a fire within me, a desire to fight against the injustices that plagued my people.
As a young man, Mandela pursued higher education, attending the University of Fort Hare and later the University of Witwatersrand. It was during these formative years that he became deeply involved in the anti-apartheid movement. Joining the African National Congress in 1943, Mandela quickly rose through the ranks, driven by a fervent belief in equality and human dignity. Mandela's activism came at a great personal cost. He faced constant harassment, arrest, and imprisonment. Yet his resolve never wavered.
In 1961, I co-founded the militant Umkhonto we Sizwe, or Spear of the Nation, to fight against apartheid through sabotage. This decision marked a significant turning point in my life, leading to my arrest and subsequent trial in 1962.
Mandela's early life set the stage for his later years, shaping him into the resilient and compassionate leader the world would come to revere. Nelson Mandela's imprisonment is one of the most enduring symbols of his struggle for justice and equality. Arrested in 1962, he was sentenced to life imprisonment in 1964 for his involvement in planning sabotage against the apartheid government. Mandela would spend the next 27 years of his life behind bars, predominantly on Robben Island, a desolate place that became a crucible for his transformation. The conditions on Robben Island were harsh and dehumanizing. Mandela and his fellow inmates were subjected to hard labor, inadequate food, and brutal treatment from the prison guards. Yet amidst this adversity, Mandela's spirit remained unbroken. He used his time in prison to reflect, educate himself, and plan for a future where all South Africans could live in freedom and equality.
In my autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, I write about the importance of letting go of hatred and bitterness. I realized that holding on to anger would only poison my soul and hinder my ability to lead my people toward a better future.
Mandela's transformation was not just personal, but also strategic. He understood that true freedom could not be achieved through revenge or retribution. Instead, it required a commitment to reconciliation and healing. This realization would become the cornerstone of his leadership and his legacy. In 1985, the South African government offered Mandela conditional release, which he refused. It wasn't until February 11, 1990 that Mandela walked out of prison, a free man. Nelson Mandela's presidency marked a new era for South Africa, a time of healing and transformation. Elected as the country's first black president in 1994, Mandela faced the monumental task of uniting a nation deeply scarred by decades of apartheid.
His leadership was characterized by a commitment to reconciliation, justice, and equality. Mandela's inaugural address set the tone for his presidency. He emphasized the need for unity and forgiveness, calling on all South Africans to work together to build a new nation.
One of Mandela's most significant initiatives was the establishment of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission in 1995. Chaired by Archbishop Desmond Tutu, the TRC provided a platform for victims and perpetrators of apartheid-era crimes to come forward, share their stories, and seek forgiveness.
This process was not without its challenges, but it played a crucial role in healing the nation's wounds. Mandela's presidency was also marked by efforts to address the economic and social disparities that had been entrenched by apartheid. He implemented policies aimed at improving education, healthcare, and housing for all South Africans.
His commitment to social justice extended beyond his own country, as he became a global advocate for human rights and equality. Mandela's leadership style was characterized by humility, compassion, and a deep sense of responsibility.
His ability to connect with people from all walks of life made him a beloved and respected leader. Despite facing numerous challenges, Mandela remained steadfast in his commitment to reconciliation and nation-building.
Nelson Mandela's words offer wisdom, inspiration, and guidance. His quotes on forgiveness resonate deeply. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. This metaphor highlights the destructive nature of anger. Forgiveness frees us from resentment. No one is born hating another person. People must learn to hate, and they can be taught to love. Mandela believed in reconciliation and unity. Forgiveness liberates the soul. It removes fear. It is a powerful weapon. Mandela's quotes inspire a more just and compassionate society. They remind us that true strength lies in forgiveness. Forgiveness is a journey, and like any journey, it requires intention and effort. Letting go of grudges and embracing forgiveness can lead to emotional freedom and a more fulfilling life. Here are some practical tips to help you on this path.
1. Acknowledge your feelings. The first step towards forgiveness is acknowledging your feelings. It's important to recognize the hurt and pain you have experienced. Allow yourself to feel these emotions without judgment.
2. Understand the impact. Reflect on how holding on to grudges is affecting your life. Is it causing you stress, anxiety, or resentment? Understanding the negative impact can motivate you to let go.
3. Practice empathy. Try to see the situation from the other person's perspective. This doesn't mean condoning their actions, but understanding their motivations and struggles can help you develop empathy and compassion.
4. Set boundaries. Forgiveness doesn't mean allowing others to hurt you again. It's important to set healthy boundaries to protect yourself while still letting go of resentment.
5. Focus on the present. Holding on to grudges keeps you anchored in the past. Practice mindfulness and focus on the present moment. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment.
6. Seek support. Forgiveness can be challenging, and it's okay to seek support from friends, family, or a therapist. Talking about your feelings can provide clarity and relief.
7. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself throughout the process. Forgiveness is not about being perfect. It's about making progress. Celebrate your efforts and be patient with yourself.
8. Let go of expectations. Forgiveness is a personal journey, and it may not lead to reconciliation. Let go of any expectations about how the other person should respond.
As we come to the end of this journey, I invite you to reflect on the power of forgiveness in your own life. What grudges are you holding on to? How might letting go of these resentments bring you peace and emotional freedom?
Remember, forgiveness is not about condoning the actions of others, but about freeing yourself from the burden of anger and bitterness. Take a moment to consider the practical tips we've discussed. How can you incorporate these steps into your daily life?
Whether it's through practicing empathy, setting boundaries, or seeking support, each step you take towards forgiveness is a step towards healing and growth. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Nelson Mandela's incredible journey of forgiveness.
If you found this video inspiring, please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Together, let's continue to learn, grow, and embrace the transformative power of forgiveness.